Hi, my name is Xavier Kataquapit. I'm an Indigenous writer and columnist originally from Attawapiskat First Nation, a remote community on the James Bay coast, northern Ontario. Watcha, sabi ka to habit nagasan, tapos ito ano tiskanis. Since 1998, I've been writing a regular column titled Under the Northern Sky, as well as news articles about Indigenous issues, life, culture, traditions, communities, and politics. My writing has appeared throughout Canada in print and in radio. I'm happy to provide you this YouTube channel so that I can read you some of my work on a regular basis. I'll be adding to the channel as I develop it, so please feel free to like, subscribe, and share this video. This story is called Keh-Twa-Sho-Shin. We Cree up the James Bay coast like to go on Keh-Twa-Sho-Shin. This is the Cree word for picnic, and it's an activity we enjoy doing any time of the year. These occasions are recreational, and the time for the family to gather in the outdoors for some fun. In the late winter one year when I was a boy, I recall heading out on our snow machines to Sagahigan, the Cree word for the lake, just a short ride north of Attawapiskat. The whole family, mom, dad, my brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, and my grandmother would make our way on snowmobiles, or as passengers in sleighs pulled by these machines over the frozen snow. Although it was very cold, the sun shone brightly in an all-blue sky. Once we reached a good site on the shores of the lake, in the protection of the forest, the women chose a location for a fire. Dad led myself and my brothers out to cut a few trees into firewood, and then he proceeded to start the fire. We gathered pine boughs that lay in the snow, intertwined and placed them at the edge of the fire for people to sit on, and the adults picked out straight cooking sticks upon which the geese would be placed over the fire. Once the fire was started, the women took over, and with know-how handed down through the ages, they controlled the heat of the fire by the way they placed the burning wood, much like someone would adjust the heating element knob on their kitchen electric stove. First things first, a big pot of tea was boiled up, and then the geese, which had already been plucked, were split open and speared onto the cooking sticks to barbecue over the heat. Bannock was also prepared and wrapped around the end of the cooking sticks, which were placed over the fire. It was obvious by the curls of smoke drifting up from around the lakeshore that other families were also taking advantage of a bright sunny day. When we did this in the late fall, if we were lucky, the frozen lake ice had little or no snow on it, and some of the adults and the children would put on their skates to enjoy a large ice surface that would dwarf anything in any arena. There was so much room that hockey games sprang up here and there, and various groups of families wandered around, skating across the frozen lake. I remember being too young to play hockey, so I joined my friends to skate across the vast length of the lake. I can still picture the scene, with the various picnic sites and their smoky plumes on the shore, the older people sitting by the fire and tending to the cooking, and hockey players gliding in and out of their zones. After a while we would fall exhausted on the ice. In the shallow spots it was magic to put my face against the frozen ice, with my hands cupped around my eyes, so I could stare through this window into another world just a few inches below. Towards the end of the day, we all made our way back to the campfire, sat on our dry and comfy pine boughs by the fireside, ate wonderful cooked goose and bannock, and drank hot, dark tea. With the going down of the sun, the shadows grew longer to remind us that it was time to head home. Now that I think back on those times, it almost seems as though these were spiritual periods that gave us all a break from the reality of living a modern life in a town full of complications. This was our way to meditate. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story. I'll have lots more coming your way. Chimigos minigibizit naman the batchman. Nagabata, batamina. Migos, watcha.